Hello, internet friends. Welcome back once again. Thank you all so very much for joining me here today. The footage you're going to be watching is going to be the first 2 days of my new block of training that Eric and Hanny have decided to try and kill me with. This is going to be an accumulation block coming right off of sort of the low volume, higher intensity testing protocol we did in the last 2 weeks. Unfortunately, I did have some shoulder issues during that, so I don't think I was able to display the results of the work that we'd put in, but sometimes that's what happens and you make the most of your situation and move on. A little bit later after these squats in the tight pants, you're going to see me in a little bit of a different environment. I am fortunate enough to work with IFBB Female Physique Pro Allie Baker, and I went down to Kennewick to train her for the day and to get a workout myself. So you're going to see my lifting out there with some other people around. I had a great time talking to her, talking with her husband Roger, talking with a few of the other patrons of the gym, a couple other athletes of my own that I work with over there, and it was a great day and a great experience, and it kind of inspired me a little bit to talk about a topic today that is kind of concerns motivation. And I've discussed this before, the importance of why you're doing what you're doing and discerning your driving force, because motivation is an excellent tool to use. It's something that can encourage growth and encourage the pursuit of improvement. But I'd say there's two classifications, and I think the sports psychology world would really agree with me on this. There is motivation through competition, the want to win and being driven to beat someone else. And I think in some sports that's incredibly powerful. In things that are often head-to-head performance-based, where your performance can affect the other person's performance, it's very very powerful and useful mechanic to be motivated by victory and trying to beat the other person. But I would say while that is useful, that it does have some limitations. And when you get into a pursuit like strength sports, specifically like powerlifting, it's not a head-to-head competition. Even if you're lifting against someone, your performance doesn't affect their capabilities on the day. You can't prevent them from lifting more weight. You can't block their goal. You can't stop them from doing their best if they come in prepared. All you can do is really be concerned with your own performance on the day, your own preparation, and that's the only thing that you have any control over. So I would say that in general, powerlifting is a sport that is more benefited by motivation towards mastery, and that's the pursuit of personal improvement, the pursuit of mastering your own craft and working every single day to be a little bit better than you were the last time. And it's not just be better at the end of the day than you were when you woke up. Over a longer period of time, being motivated by constantly working towards an end goal. And you have to understand, as I think the last video I talked about really showed, there are going to be times when you dip down and your immediate positioning on your progress ladder is going to be slightly lower than your average. It's not necessarily the full representation. I think last week the testing that I did was not a accurate or adequate representation of what I'm capable of doing, especially after having worked in the last training block that I did. But it is useful to see that and to kind of help you swallow your ego a little bit to move forward and pursue more improvement in the future. You learn from failure, you learn through disappointment, and the pursuit of mastery, if you're motivated to master yourself and to master your own ability, whatever it is that you're trying to improve on, I think that is personally much more powerful than being able to look at someone else and connecting your value or your self-worth on the accomplishments, achievements, or the progress that someone else is making, just because they don't have your circumstance, they don't have your understanding of the world, they don't have your experiences. Some people are coming at it from a much lower starting point. Some people are going to always have a little bit of an advantage. The only thing you can control is your own effort, your own work that you're putting into your craft. And that also brings around something else that I think that most people don't really realize or want to accept, and that is that excellence is an imbalanced pursuit. If you're trying to achieve greatness, if you're trying to reach your fullest potential in any one thing, the most of the other parts of your life are going to be affected by that. And I've talked before about kind of pursuing some balance in your life and trying to make sure that you don't become so imbalanced that it becomes unhealthy. But I think within the context of health, that is the important thing. You cannot sacrifice your well-being and your ability to be a functioning human being for whatever the pursuit is, because that's not sustainable. But you do also have to realize that you can't have it all. You can't have so many pursuits that your focus is always divided and can't get brought in enough to commit fully to the task at hand. And if you really do want to get the best that you can possibly be at something specific, it's important to have specific goals associated with that, and to make sure that your goals are zoned in and focused enough that you're not losing energy by trying to play the field in too many different ways. So you have to really be intentional about where your energy is going and try to optimize that process, because the only resource any of us really have, the only one that really matters, is time. You can't buy it, you can't have more of it, you can't slow it down or speed it up. It's the only thing, and whatever you give the most of that resource to is the thing that you have the best chance of improving. And most skill is the acquisition of improvements over time through focused and intentional practice of whatever it is that you're pursuing. So understand there is a little bit of an imbalance that comes to this, but as long as you maintain well-being within your life, then it doesn't end up being too detractory towards that pursuit. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the video, got something out of it, and I will talk to you all very soon. I still have that Q&A video that's coming up as soon as I'm able to sit down and actually get it out. So that's coming up in the future, but I'll talk to you all very soon. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are.